kag mabatian sa Facebook page kag mata kag dulunggan sa mga listeners kag mga viewers kag ini mabatian halin las 8:30 sang gabi tubtob las 10 sang gabi.
Oras sa Pilipinas, 53 minutos na nakaligad sa alas 8. Mayong gabi, Banwa, mayong gabi sa atong mga listeners kag mga viewers. Kumusta na kamo mga ka-newsline? Nagapamati na kamo sa atong pagwaragwag diri sa Iloilo Night Watch. Mabatian kita sa platform sang Iloilo Newsline kag sa Gimaras Newsline. Sa aton man nga mga listeners sa iban nga pungsod, sa Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, syudad kag probinsya sang Iloilo, Antique, Aklan, Capiz, Negros, Occidental, Bacolod kag Gimaras. Palihog like, share and follow sa Facebook page kag palihog subscribe sa YouTube channel sang Iloilo Newsline. May mga issues kita nga nakalinyada sa subong nga gabi nga aton nga pagpangalagad Miyerkules nga edisyon. Aton ini dugay-dugay si paron. Pero unaw nato na na-check ang aton nga local pag-asa. Ibaloon ta kundi na si Super Typhoon Mawar nga sa lokal naugin pangalanan ini sang pag-asa nga biti nga mo ini siyang super typhoon kuno nga magasulod sa par. I-check naton dugay-dugay kung nakasulod na gidman sa par ang ini nga super typhoon para man nga makapreparar kita para mabalance ang ato malisin sa aton nga mga viewers kag makapanghanda sila mas temprano. So ang DSWD may pagpanghanda na sa ginatanaw ini nga pagsulod sang super typhoon. So kung inali nga maglas-las gid man, mayara na sila nga ginaprepara nga ayuda. Diraman sa iban nga pungsod, kumusta na kamo? So yara na sa atong alinya nga atong weather specialist na ka-standby sa subong nga matinyon. Sa mga ka-newsline palihog man, standby.
Iloilo Newsline Weather Update.
Engineer Farbs sa Rubin, si ka-newsline Johnny Diaz. Mayong gabi, sir.
sir, base sa ito niya latest analysis, medyo malayo pa siya sa karon.
Oo. So, kung hinali nga magsulod gid man siya, posible mapacheck attendance lang ka magwa.
Yes, sir.
Siling ko kung hinali nga magsulod gid man si Mawar sa par, may posibilidad nga magapacheck la attendance lang siya kag magwa naman.
Well, ginalan to na to niya posible magdugay pa niya sa aton nga par line, sir.
Pero hindi nakita apektado sa Western Visayas.
Hindi kita apektado sa ining bagyo pero maka-experience na kita sir sa mga pag-ulan na dala sang enhancement sang aton nga southwesterly wind flow.
So ang pag-ulan mo na yang aton nga ginatanaw naman nga preparahan naman nga posible nga magaluntad ang landslide o kon nga mapiktuhan ang mga low-lying areas.
Yes, sir. Sakto gid, sir.
Ay, si Engineer Farbs Ruben, sir. Madamo nga salamat kag mayong gabi.
Thank you, sir. Salamat. Mayong gabi sa tanay.
Iloilo Newsline Weather Update.
Madamo nga salamat sa atong local pag-asa upod sa kay Engineer Farbs Ruben kag ining impormasyon dulong sa inyo sa Pinang sa Flower Shop. Pinang sa Flower Shop na hamtang sa Isnad City proper sa kilid lang sa Los Filipinos Bakery. Pwede ka mo makabakalda sa mga bulak sa kay Mr. and Mrs. Cyril Takusalme. Pwede man ka mo maka-order sa ilang nga mobile numbers, areo 0920-825-6483, 0920-825-6483 kag 0916-786-8896, 0916-786-8896. Pinang's Flower Shop. At sa mga pumuluyo sa syudad kag probinsya sang Iloilo, base magpa-cater kamo, magpaluto kamo. Kadto lang kamo da sa pwesto ni Niji Matopas sa Cruising Patio Dueñas, Iloilo. O kung kuan mga mo din mag-chat sa Iloilo Newsline, kay pasa tala na kay Niji kung hindi mo tultol. Sa chat lang kamo. No, kay para ngay pasata na kung magpaluto ka mo, hatagan nyo lang sa tinion. No, sa chimpo para nga makapamakal pa siya sa mga kinanglanon nga lutoon sa inyo man nga paborito. Ara sa Cruising Patio Dueñas, Iloilo ang pwesto ni Nijima kag ni Digol. Kadtuin nyo lang da palihog. Diri nakita sa pagblasta sa mga informasyon nga ato natipon subong adlaw. Ang former PNP Chief Rodolfo Azurin Jr. Di pa absuelto, hindi pa kuno siya absuelto sa ginpabutyag nga 6.7 billion pesos nga syabo nga na-recover ini sa iban nga miyembro sang Philippine National Police, partikularmente sa kay Master Sergeant Rodolfo Mayo nga hindi na makitan. Ini ang pahayag ni Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, anay chief man sang Philippine National Police. Suno sa kay de la Rosa, hindi pa siling absuelto na ni si former PNP Chief Azurin. Kay ongoing pa sa gyapon ang committee hearing sa Senado, no? Kapin pa ang chairman sang Committee on Dangerous Drugs, amo si Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, anay PNP chief man, kag anay boss ni Azurin. Samtang ang DSWD nagapreparar na para sa kung hinali nga magsulod gid man kang magpanalasa ang typhoon na Mawar o kon Biti diri sa Western o kon sa Pilipinas. May preparasyon na ang DSWD suno sa kay Secretary Rex Gatchalian. Kag i-check taman karon kung kumusta na si Negros Oriental 3rd District Congressman Arnie Teves. Di na siya subong ano gid man ang plano niya kay naghambal si Atty. Topacio away na tsansa nga magpauli pa diri sa Pinas si Congressman Teves kabangod may pamahog sa iya nga kabuhi. Samtang ang Department of Energy official amo ni ang ng National Grid Corporation of the Philippines nibla prangkisan lang ni Galila, no? ang NGCP nga ginalatayan sang power supply sa mga distribution company nga masami nga naga-trip off ang ila linya naka-franchise manigli. So kinanglan ko no i-review ang tax policy kag ang pag-enforce sa power sang gobyerno ba sa National Grid Corporation of the Philippines. Kay masami brownout, hala, magulpi lang ga brownout. Kag kung nali nga mag-brownout sila, way man ga pabalo. Kung magbalik power, gulpihanay lang tanawa. Kundi may nakuryente nagligad tos gimaras. So reviewon ko no. So no kay Sharon Garin, ang Energy Undersecretary, no? Undersecretary ni sang energy si Sharon Garin nga taga Gimbal. So check man naton ini karon ang dugang nga mga impormasyon kag flyover sa Ongka Pavia. Ongka Haro ka Ongka Pavia daw hindi gid mapuslan nga gamat-amat usmod ang taga DPWH nga mga opisyal daw so wala lang sa ila ang minilyon nga gingasto halin sa kaban sang gobyerno para nga ipatindog sang flyover nga warat datsoy di madamo nga mga public officials ay daw nakumaan daw wala lang sila labot sa minilyon nga kwarta nga nausik dira si Kagawad Plaridel Nava amo ang nagtek sang kadjel ni para magpasaka sang kaso sa ombudsman. Kag ginsundan man naghambal ni si Attorney Eldred Antiquera nga maga-file man sila sang kaso batok sa mga public officials kag taga DPWH raman nga matagan ni sang leksyon nga daw pawala ang ilang nga trabaho sa mga proyekto sang gobyerno. So i-check man naton ni karon ang dugang nga mga impormasyon. 7 minutos na nakaligad sa alas 9 kag ginadulong man sa inyo sang Vitron Animal Clinic. Ang Vitron Animal Clinic nahamtang sa Barangay San Miguel, Hordan, Guimaras. Ginapanagihan ni Dr. Ronnie Galia, rehistradong veterinarian, mahapos palapitan, mapinalanggaon sa kasapatan. Kaga palihog man na standby. Sa mga listeners naton sa mga balikbayan, base magkadto kamo syudad, tanawan nyo lang wheels ang city government, ara na sa Iloilo Newsline, makitaan man sa Guimaras Newsline, para nga wala na kamo sang pangitaon pang tour guide. Kadto na lang kamo sa mga tourist destination para man nga makita nyo ang wheels at tanaw kamo da hasta sa YouTube channel, ara dira ang wheels ang city government. Kag hindi man magkalipat ato mga kuturan sa siyudad sang Iloilo. Kung may nagapang jumper dahil sugin nyo dason sa more power para nga wala sang sunog nga magluntad sa inyong area. 8 minutos na nakaligad sa alas 9. More power Iloilo, bringing more to life.
When we first arrived, we said we'd be more. And we were. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We even sourced 100% of our electricity from renewable energy, all while having the lowest rates in the country. But wait, no, that's not enough. This year, we're going to do more. But what does do more mean? It means more upgrades. More trees, more mangroves, more fingerlings, more crops, and more fruits. More of her, more of him, more of you, more of us, more of her, him, you, and us, making this world a better place for them. More power is going to do more, because with more power comes great sustainability.
Health Complex. A health complex will rise complete with hospital, quarantine, isolation and dormitory facilities, and molecular laboratory, all in one location at Barangay San Pedro Molo. The 104-bed Level 2 hospital will have an intensive care unit and specialist doctors per DOH standards. Molecular laboratory. There's an urgent need for faster releasing of RT-PCR results to effectively and efficiently manage confirmed cases. With that, we converted the ALS building into a temporary COVID-19 molecular laboratory, hiring 34 medical technologists. Later on, the machines can be calibrated to test dengue and HIV. Contact tracing. We already trained 120 persons as contact tracers. The City Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit of the City Health Office is conducting aggressive contact tracing to locate all close contacts and manage confirmed cases efficiently and effectively. Patient transport. 6 ambulance units and 1 minibus are being used by the Iloilo City Emergency Response of the City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office in transporting positive patients to healthcare or quarantine facilities. Modular Hospital. Iloilo City government and partners have started preparing additional beds for COVID-19 patients. This temporary hospital seeks to address the high health care utilization rate, considering the city-based facilities also cater to patients from 5 neighboring provinces in Panay Island. A 66-bed modular hospital, which is a 3-unit 22-bed per unit, will be built nearby Suok quarantine facility. An additional 32 isolation beds will also be built in front of the existing one, also in Suok. The isolation and quarantine facilities shall form part of the proposed hospital in collaboration with the Department of Health. Quarantine facilities. St. Therese Hospital, which has been non-operational for quite some time, has been lent for free and has been serving as a quarantine facility. This move is in preparation for possible increase in infections, which may be caused by the more contagious Delta variant. Iloilo City has put in place a total of 1,500 isolation beds, including close to 1,000 in government-run facilities and at least 500 private beds in various partner hotels in case of COVID-19 surge. These will cater to mild and moderate cases to give the already overwhelmed hospitals a breathing room. City-run facilities have provided lunch and dinner meals, medicines, vitamins, hygiene kits, and medical checkups. City Vax teams. The city's vaccination teams include City Health Office doctors, nurses, vaccinators, health workers, site managers, liga ng mga barangay, IT, PSTMO and PNP personnel, volunteers, and logistics team from the General Services Office. They target at least 10,000 vaccinations a day in the 5 identified mega sites: SM City, Robinson's Haro, Mega Road Transport Hub, Central Philippine University, and Ateneo de Iloilo. They also conduct community-based vaccination in barangays identified as having low vaccination turnout. We have 28 medical officers or doctors, vaccinators composed of 51 nurses and 13 midwives, 16 nursing aides, 13 dentists, 303 assistants composed of BSPOs, health workers, health center staffs, and etc. Disinfection. City Health Office Sanitation Division disinfects city government offices that are locked down following confirmed cases, as well as national government agencies and establishments that request assistance. Volunteer fire brigades and Bureau of Fire Protection also help in disinfection. The threat of this pandemic has pushed the Iloilo City government to double its efforts in fighting the unseen enemy, without overlooking the usual health issues, problems, and concerns that need to be addressed. Let us continue to bring Iloilo City to the next level.
Gusto mo bala sa manamit nga donut nga dalon sa imo pamilya? Hindi ka na mabakal sa iban pa. Bangod bukas na para sa tanan ang Mars Pay Pastries nga napahamtang sa sulod sang Ceres Terminal sa Barangay Kamaligaro, syudad sang Iloilo. Ano pang ginahulat nyo? Dali na! Mabakal na kita sa donut sa Mars Pastries. Pasalubong nga may pagpalangga sa imo pamilya. Mars Pastries, barato na, manami pa!
6, 7, go!
Hello mga suki! Bukas na ang Sarjan Mini Grocery kung sa diin makapamakal kamo kag makapangompra sang kinahanglanon sa sulod sang inyo balay. May baligya man sila para sa mga okasyon. Hindi na kamo kinahanglan magkadto sa banwa kag syudad. Gani ano pang ginahulat nyo? Bakal na!
DJ Obet.
Ano pang ginahulat nyo? Bakal na sa Sarjan Mini Grocery.
Uswag spirit, we are continuously gearing up our services for the Ilonggos. Wheels for Inclusive Development and Good Governance is our roadmap in bringing our city to the next level. This sixth agenda platform composes welfare, health, education, environment, livelihood, and sustainability. With our ardent desire of attaining inclusive progress and making more promising practices, we continue to address issues through different projects and initiatives that truly make our wheels on the go.
Our planet needs more. More from me, more from you, more from all of us. Since we started, More Power has committed itself to bringing more to life. But what is more? As an electric distribution utility, we light up thousands of homes, businesses, and institutions. So that's where we started. Under our 5-year development plan for Iloilo City, we worked to rehabilitate and modernize the system. We conducted an overhaul of our distribution system by investing in state-of-the-art facilities. This made sure our system was more responsive on several levels. Repair and optimization of facilities to decrease power interruptions. Automated restoration to decrease downtime for 90% of these interruptions. A 24/7 response team present for the rest, and mobile substations to relieve overloading. These state-of-the-art technologies have a focus on sustainable practices, such as net metering services allowing consumers to export excess energy, cutting down their cost and increasing the use of renewable energy. all of this while having 100% renewable sourcing from geothermal power plants and cutting electricity rates in half. This made sure that the energy we supplied was more reliable, more accessible, more sustainable, and more affordable. And we will continue to endeavor in incorporating renewable energy into our portfolio for the long term. Our services are only limited by our technology, and when we upgrade, we can bring more to your life. We partnered with LGUs to streamline the application process to make electricity more accessible to all of our consumers. We are not afraid to take on pilferage syndicates. We collaborated with the LGUs to convert these illegal connections to legal connections. Justice and fairness must be the standard. Through the streamlined process, paired with our efforts to apprehend pilferers and crack down on illegal connections, we have reformed the energy sector. Now those who were forced to live on illegal connections can now take pride in being legitimate consumers.
We are also not ignorant of the crisis our city and consumers have been facing. We feel your struggle, and we are here with you as partners. And that's what gave birth to the Partners in Power Foundation.
Through our foundation, we donated millions to help the city and its institutions fight against COVID with dedicated response teams assigned to major hospitals for rapid response to save lives. Beyond all this, we wanted to do more for our environment. In our first 2 years, we planted trees, mangroves, and released fingerlings. We have even adopted an entire mangrove park and supported a citywide endeavor for urban gardening. We also worked on what we could do more within our system. Our entire distribution system was made more sustainable by replacing every wooden pole and transformer with stronger and eco-friendly materials. And for every wooden pole we replaced, we committed to plant trees for each one of them. And you are a part of this too. 1,400 of us worked together to donate flower pots for bike lanes throughout Iloilo City, along with encouraging our workforce to bike to work. But still, there's so much more to be done. Our mission stays the same, to bring more to life. As long as we work together, we can do more, we can be more.
Minutos na nakaligad sa alas 9. Balik kita sa atong pagpangalaga. Di pabatita sa inyo si Energy Undersecretary Sharon Garin. May kangtanan sini sa plano nila nga reviewon ang tax policy ka government enforcement powers para ini sa prangkisa sang NGCP. No, daw law man. Yari si Anay Congresswoman kag subong Undersecretary Sharon Garin.
So number one is account to Pono. Look,
we gave it to
Interview
them.
Sa ANC.
It was purchased, I think, around $4 billion. That's a huge investment, and someone was willing to, a private entity, to undertake the huge responsibility. So, part na rin yan ng incentive sa kanila. But also now, if you look at the subsequent franchises that were given by Congress, I don't think I've seen anything like that na 3% siya. So it's time to review, no?
Yeah.
Not cancel naman kung wala namang reason. Just to review and strengthen the supervisory or even the authority of government. Kasi medyo hindi makakulang yung powers or teeth of government with that franchise.
Okay, so Undersecretary, you've brought in two things, performance and the conditions surrounding the tax incentives given to the franchise. I'm curious, is it legal to change it midstream, given they have a solid contract under the franchise agreement?
The powers of the institution that gave the franchise, the plenary powers, is that what is subscribed in the Constitution. Congress can enact a law. Basta they get enough votes, they go through the process. It depends on Congress. So hindi po illegal yan. That's totally within the plenary powers of Congress.
Okay, Undersecretary, Senator J.V. Ejercito and other senators have brought up the security issue with China actually owning 40% of the NGCP. But then Filipinos have come out and said, we run everything. There is no security threat. Ang tanong dito, no, is this a factor in your asking Congress to review?
As of now, as of the last hearing, I didn't consider that as a factor kasi we don't have any findings yet, Karen. We need to make investigations. It's not fair to say like because this is a foreign country or the 40% investment are Chinese and then there's a security question. What if it's Americans or any other country?
No, or any country.
We need to make the proper audit and then and be very constructive and para ma-assess. As of now, as far as we are, DOE can see, it's the performance that we are concerned of. As to the security, those are still unconfirmed for us, so we need to make the assessment and then we can tell the public kung ano yung assessment ng DOE.
But what does the executive recommend? I mean, clearly you, Secretary Lutilia, you want to go to a specific direction. Is it wiser today to actually have a certain percentage of NGCP owned by the government? Because it was privatized fully for a reason.
It's a structure that we have seen also in other countries. In fact, in Spain, for example, the government has a stake, I think, around 20%, and the president appoints the CEO. There's accountability also on that part, and those are things that we are trying to evaluate. Kasi it's not only about security in terms of energy, but also national security. That's why that topic has been brought up. So it's the grid. Once the grid is down, then the whole country is blackout, and that's very expensive for us and very dangerous. So I understand the concerns. Pero we need to make the investigation very constructive. Para wala naman na we are very judgmental in that sense. Kailangan talaga logical yung pag-assess natin.
Pero Undersecretary, ang hypothetical situation, which may not be too hypothetical in the near future. Secretary Lutilia at one point said it was impossible for the government to take over Malampaya because of financial limitations. When it comes to NGCP, is it also a financial limitation or just honestly, kaya bilhin ng gobyerno a certain stake?
I think the government can have a stake there. Also, even just appointment of for control, no, of the board or any officers there they may have, no. So kaya naman ng gobyerno, I would believe. And if the government really wants to, then we can take out a loan or sell some assets. But I think, or we can get it in our budget, no. Pero kaya ng gobyerno naman, I think.
Because I think you've said or. The DOE has said that, is this correct? 80% of the country's electricity problems is actually linked to the NGCP's issues.
Well, it was Congressman Dagook that emphasized that. I would not say exactly 80%, but I think the point was majority of our problems come from the grid, because Visayas is not connected to Mindanao, and Mindanao has excess power. We cannot send the excess power to Luzon and Visayas. That's, for example, Panay, Iloilo had a blackout. It was because of instability of the grid. Kasi it's not enough to cater for the power plants in Negros, the solar farms, and the fuel that they biomass fuel that they have there. So nagiging unstable siya, and it's because the grid is unstable. So also Bataan, we have so many power plants there. Pwede na siyang ibato sa Manila, but we have constraints in the grid. So there are the projects. The projects are are quite delayed, Karen. Kasi sayang. I will tell you lang just for example, in Luzon we have Hermosa San Jose. It's supposed to be finished. The original target is June 2019. Ngayon, hindi pa siya completely ready, and it's been moved 5 times already. The Cebu Negros Panay was supposed to be finished in December 2020, and the new target is August 2023. There are so many plans, there are so many generation plans also that are depending on this, and they've been waiting for 5 years. So medyo it's getting worse and worse, no?
Oo. Ang tanong ko lang, Undersecretary, does the EPIRA law, is a change in the EPIRA law a factor to actually hold NGCP accountable for all these delays?
We can put it in the EPIRA, but I do not think it's enough because the franchise is a franchise. That's why when the question was raised, that is this the same question that the congressman asked, now is it enough to correct this problem? And that's why we responded, if you really want to correct the whole structure, then you need to change EPIRA and review the franchise of NGCP para lang ma-restructure lang siya so that we can address and not have the same problems over and over again.
Okay. Is it possible for another entity to actually build all the transmission lines that have been delayed? Is that legal?
That's what EPIRA says. There should be only one, and the essence of the grid, the point of the grid is to have one lang naman. That's how many countries do it, because it's more efficient and less expensive for everyone if we only have one grid. Now, if somebody takes over, we don't know, Karen, we don't know how that will proceed. Right now, we are focusing on correcting what we can correct with the current structure, and if we can correct the structure through NGCP, and it probably will work, then we can stick with that. But if Congress believes or na kailangan i-cancel, then that's the prerogative of Congress. But the question is who will take over, and if the entity that will take over can do a better job. So those are questions also. So we need to go slowly on this and not be emotional in our decision and what to do with the franchise of NGCP.
But then on a side note, what can government do to actually fast track the 3 transmission lines that would make a difference in our electricity rates?
We are continuously working with NGCP, ERC, the same thing. This is not just NGCP problem. This is a problem also of DOE because we have to work with them, and that this administration has been very closely working with them. Wala nang away, but so at one point, for example, the ERC impose a penalty for some lapses of NGCP, but it's only 50 million per. So that's why in EPIRA we are proposing to increase the penalties as well. So we are working together with NGCP, with Transco, ERC, just to hasten this. We visit the sites. We help them with we have been contacting the ILG and all. also the LGUs to help with the fast tracking of the permits of the towers. We have contacted the courts if ever kung yung mga right of way nila, and those are cleared already. They have NGCP has said na that cleared na yung wala na silang problem with permits and right of way. So it's now construction part, and they are really working hard to catch up para matapos na siya by the time that August comes.
Okay, so my last question is a short-term solution that's going to be August. What changes would you want to see in NGCP? Is it an accountability penalty issue, or you'd like to see a change in management?
No, I think more on the accountability and the penalties kasi para may leverage din yung government, and I would like to see a more closer work environment between government and NGCP, kasi ngayon medyo hindi ganun ka-effective yung system na government can have a say in the decision making, whether how much dividends to give out or how much what projects we should do. The government should be really involved in that, and that's what I would like to see, Sana.
So is this an issue for the DOE, that despite problems that NGCP is paying, dividends have been given out to their management? Big dividends. Is this one of the issues?
That's part of the audit that we want to see. We don't want NGCP charges by saying we will start this project. Once that is approved by ERC, that's already in your bill, Karen. Not your charge na yan. So if they don't start, you still pay. And then you keep paying for it.
Nabatian si Undersecretary Sharon Garin sa Department of Energy. Di para ma-review ang mga pagsulundan, ang prangkisa sang NGCP, dapat liwaton man ang iperalo, no? Para porsigin yung NGCP nga tadlungon nila ilada nga mga linyada, i-upgrade nila ilang mga equipment para malikawan ang power interruption. Di why tegali ga connect sa grid pa kadto didto ya sa Mindanao. Danawa kung kulangon kita di sang power supply, hapa kita. Ligom dulom kita dire. Di ang NGCP tinang lamata ma-review man yung ilang mga policy, no? Sa pag-enforce ang ilaning ang mga pagsulundan, dapat tanawon sang mayon ni sang gobyerno. Hindi nga siling tugyantan lang sa sila na bahala, kahit may prangkisa kila, hindi amo sina. So dapat i-amend na ang iperalo, kay daw mo na ang ilang ginasandigan para nga maghimo man sa mga pamaagi nga daway sang sarang nga mahimo ang mga konsumidor bangod nga kay ara man nakasaad sa iperalo ang ilang mga diretso para pareho ini sang NGCP o National Grid Corporation of the Philippines. Pinagusto sila. Tanawan nyo bla. Talagsa ka lang da makita nga nagapang clearing da sila. Kung ninali nga maghangin-hangin lang, trouble da sa NGCP, apektado mga distribution company. Pareho sa aton din, more power, apektado. Kay dira ang aton highway sa NGCP, ang highway man sang ginagyan sang Gimelco, ara man sa NGCP, pareho man sa Iliko 1, 2, 3, Kapilco, Akilco, Antico, dira tanan hasta dito sa Negros. Dira kita tanan nagagi sa iya nga highway sang NGCP. So kung pabayan nila, hala bayad lang bayad, sige lang pason sa mga konsumidor, disgrasya kita sa pilakadlaw, mordoy kita ni.
When we first arrived, we said we'd be more. And we were. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We said we'd give you more. And we did. We even source 100% of our electricity from renewable energy, all while having the lowest rates in the country. But wait, no, that's not enough. This year, we're going to do more. But what does do more mean? It means more upgrades. More trees, more mangroves, more fingerlings, more crops, and more fruits. More of her, more of him, more of you, more of us, more of her, him, you, and us, making this world a better place for them. More power is going to do more, because with more power comes great sustainability.
Our roadmap, Wheels for Inclusive Development and Good Governance, has been the backbone of our mission in bringing our city to the next level. W, our first agendum among 6, stands for welfare. Efficient traffic management is one of the important aspects of this platform. Iloilo City prides itself being a walkable and bikeable metropolis, hailed as the most bike-friendly in the country. Its wide diversion road, complete with pedestrian alleys and protected bike lanes, attract attention, acclaims, and accolades from all over the place. Ilonggos and visitors can stroll along spacious sidewalks without eyesores and lighter sides of the busy streets because of less traffic, while bikers are safe in sharing the roads. Here are some specific actions made to achieve efficient traffic management. An intelligent transport system is in the works for a centralized coordination of related choke points and gray areas in the field. This is one of the major features of the iCare Command Center at Gaisano Business Hub. Iloilo City is creating its Traffic Academy for knowledge and training of traffic personnel and drivers through annual refresher courses. The initiative will be established at Technical Institute of Iloilo City, Barrio Obrero Campus. We will be the first LGU having this kind of program. City Hall has provided 20 motorcycles for traffic personnel to perform their duties and conduct check of road conditions, especially on areas that experience congestion. 20 bike patrols are doing regular rounds along Esplanade to ensure enforcement of public safety. 2 patrol vehicles are being used to respond to assess and address urgent situations. The Public Safety and Transportation Management Office, Task Force ASIS, and Office of Barangay Affairs implemented the road clearing operations upon the orders of the national government. Iloilo City's efforts got 83% rating from the Department of the Interior and Local Government or DILG. For the displaced sidewalk vendors, due to the clearing operation, they were provided a new space. Financial assistance was also given to them so they can start anew. As Iloilo City levels up, it also gets to face more concerns, especially with regard to traffic. The city government has sought the help of the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority or MMDA in crafting a traffic plan in August 2019. City Hall personnel attended a traffic management seminar with the guidance of scientific and engineering experts. Slowly but surely, officials are optimistic this will give resolution to traffic problems. Iloilo City is geared towards developing more open spaces and access for pedestrian as well as alternative thoroughfares for riding public. We ensure that our city is highly livable and has competent value for safety, peace, and order. Level up Iloilo City.
44 minutos na nakaligad sa alas 9 kaginadolong sinyo sang CL Diaz Poultry Supply. CL Diaz Poultry Supply nahamtang sa barangay Bagakay, San Dionisio, Iloilo. Nagabaligya sa mga feeds ka mga bulong para sa kasapatan kadtuin nyo lang pwesto ni Cheryl Lucindo Diaz kag Totong Lerek Diaz. CL Diaz Poultry Supply may barbershop man da sila sa kilid pagunting ka mo da. Sa dekada 90 sa St. Joseph School, Ihas Disos, mayang gabi sa inyong tanan. Salamat sa pagtanaw, kag salamat man sa pagpamati. Ginadolong Mansinyo ang Graphics Innovative Mind. Ang Graphics Innovative Mind nahamtang sa barangay Tilingban Molo, siyudad sang Iloilo. Ang Graphics Innovative Mind ginapanaggiyahan ni Sir Manny Johnson. May magubra tarpaulin, souvenirs, mga laminated nga mga IDs ara dira sa Graphics Innovative Mind. I-check naton ang pahayag ni Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa ngang former PNP Chief Rodolfo Azuren Jr. hindi pa siling absuelto na siya sa mga palamangkutanon kag sa posible kaso nga igapasaka kung mapamatudan ginman nga may ara siya sang kahilabtanan, may kasabwat siya sa mga na-recover to nga siya bo sa mga kaupod nila, mga tinawo nila nga miyembro man sa Philippine National Police. Yari si Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, chairman sa Committee on Public Order and Safety kag Dangerous Drugs.
Almost there, but not yet. Almost there, but not yet. So, yun ang status. Unless talaga, itong next hearing, sabi si Domingo, na may instruction talaga or may clearance talaga si General Asuren na itago si Mayo o kasuhan. But then again, hanggang attempted cover-up lang tayo dyan. Dahil wala naman talaga nangyaring consummated na cover-up dahil nakasuhan na si Mayo. Attempted siguro. Kung sabihin ni Domingo, pero yung previous series natin, kilaro naman natin yan kung anong instruction talaga ni General Asuren at kinulpirm rin ni Asuren na ang kanyang clearance na binigay kung sinabi ni Mayo na alam na ito ng CPNP, yung pag-conduct ng follow-up operation, yan yung may clearance kay CPNP.
But hindi yung
Hindi yung pagtago kay Mayo.
Hindi yung palit-ulo. Di ba merong dumaan-gulo na lumalabas na gano'n?
Wala yung palit-ulo doon. Walang palit-ulo doon. Si Atadero, kasama mo talaga yun. Kasama ni Mayo yun, si Atadero. In fact, kasama nga siya doon sa incorporator sa WPD Lending Center, Lending Company.
So sir, sa ngayon hindi pa cleared. So sir, sa ngayon hindi pa cleared sa possible cover-up si former Chief Azurin.
Hindi pa tapos ang hearing eh. Mahirap pag maaga masyado, mamaya magsa. Ibang sasabihin ni Domingo sa next hearing. So, tapusin natin.
Sir, may iba mo ba yun? Sir, kasi nag-testify na sir si Domingo eh, di ba?
Nag-testify na siya ako, pero baka mamaya sabihin niya, sa totoo lang sir, talagang cleared kay Chief PNP na itago namin si Mayo.
So may nakikita kayong possibility pang magbago si Domingo ng statement against Azurin, sir?
Hindi natin na alam dahil na pati si Domingo meron din tinatago pa, hindi pa yung completely talaga natin nasasabi na lahat ng sinasabi niya.
So for the record, si PNP Azurin is not yet cleared from anything.
It's not yet off the hook. It's not yet off the hook. Pero may initial na, di ba, statement sila na hanggang doon lang yung clearance. Pero yun na, hanggang matapos, hindi pa rin kasi.
Si Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa. So sige pang investigation. Wala pa matapos. Gayway pa matungkad kung sino pagid ang iban nga mga generals, ang iban nga mga police officials nga involved sa paghupot sang ginadumiya nga droga. Kasabwat sila ni Mayo. Way pa mabalan kung sino kapag ang may involvement diri. Way pa matungkad ang alibutod, no? Sa kagway pa matungkad kung sino pang iban nga mga sindikato na di sa Philippine National Police. So amo pa niyang ginapadalman subong sang chairman sang Committee on Dangerous Drugs para mabalaan gid kag hawanan na, malimpyuhan na ang hanay sang Philippine National Police. Kabay pa tani nga mahawanan wala na sindikato, wala na sa may magabaligya sang illegal drugs kay nawa manya ka patay-patay sa mga manubo ranggo, no, mga police non-commissioned officer nga magkandak sang mga drug bust, raid, katapusan ng babaw to nila gapa dako lang tiyan nila ngay sila manggaling mandatos. 51 minutos na nakaligad sa alas 9, ginadolo man sa inyo sang Ludlef Trading and Services. Isama kadako construction firm nga nabase sa Metro Manila, nagapangubra sa mga balay, mansyon kag mga merkado. Nagaubra man sa mga plano, no, na sketch. Pwede ninyo makatuan nila opisina sa Block 5 Phase M, Francisco Homes Gio, San Jose del Monte City, Bulacan. Pangitaan nyo lang si Engineer Joey Diaz o kung mag-text ka mo sa 0939-812-6336, 0939-812-6336, kag mag-email ka mo sa maria_rosimatyaho.com. Sa mga personnel da sang Iloilo Society Commercial sa Tagbakaro, salamat sa pagtanaw, sa pagpamati, Salamat sa pagmonitor ninyo. Sa mga tapuman sa media kag sa taga Valleca Transit Incorporated, mayong gabi kay Ma'am Sheila Villarosa sa Negros Occidental. Dira sa Valleca Transit Incorporated, mayong gabi. Ang consumer group kag si Kagawad Plaridel Nafa maga-file sang kaso sa mga public official nga posible may involvement ni sa pagpakayo ni sang flyover. Nagusmod, nadugangan na gidang usmod. Kay way malabot ang dito si Dalom. Na? Buslog pagadaan ang pagbutang sang haligi. Dapat tanigin sa patusan sang mayo, palapad-lapad, na? Kagin kagot gitos dalumanay antes butangan sa mga structures. Subong plano nga bakbakon, another naman gasto. Kung ginpanghatag niyo naguro sa mga ultimo, sa mga pigado, kalipay pa na mo. Di sino manabat na di. Samo sina nga palpak nga proyekto, sino manabat? Sino nga ton sukton? Kanugon sang budget sang gobyerno nga ginuyang naton da sa pila ka milyon ka pesos da. Sobra 600 milyon pesos. Nga gasto naton sa nasambit nga flyover nga tubtob subong wala man gani mapuslan. Why agyan sa atong makuturan? Ginagyan primero, nagulpi lang nga minyar, nagusmod subong tanwam nila, manog mo. Inawa nila kalagas nga lagas, di ano mo kay hindi malagas. Ang kurbada niya, ang manog sa nga flyover. Ang angay niya, bakbakon pariyutos Cavite sa una. Ginbakbak ito tanwa, kundi nami na. Sa taga DPWH, sa taga Bids and Awards Committee, nga posible may kilabtanan man na di anong mahambal nyo? Mapabagong lang kamo sa inyo mga nawong? Mapabako lang kamo? Way kamo na konsensya nga mo na natabo sa proyekto? O budlay, ang SOP Standard Operating Procedure, amo gining mandatos? Ang katay na katan pagid substandard na magwa sa mga materials nga ibutang. karon nara na ang problema. Di sino manabat? Daway sa mga action, no? May kang tanan na disproyekto. Iya sa IBC. Iya sa IBC project. Ngagin nga tidag-an na nila mo, nadaog na nila. Tiyang pamangkot, may supervision na halin sa DPWH, sa Department Public Works and Highways, samtang nga nagatrabaho sila. Posible wala Kaya kung may aray na, wala na nagmanog-manog ang plastada sa flyover. Why na nagusmod kung naran taga DPWH? Kaya kay tigin tugyan nila sa kontraktor mo. Kay tigasalig man sila. Karon nara na. Why na sa may maghambal? Why na sa may pagwasang statement? Why man sang mag-contest? Why man sang mag-file sang kaso? Tiyan rin na sa kay Congressman Jujuang sang uswag party list na ang ila na sang pamilya nila nga kwan mo nga construction firm. Tiyan lang siya man mapa-investigar kay affiliated man da siya sa construction firm na. Ang iban nga mga public officials tamad man sila mag-take action. Kay may ginbulig man ang taga-IBC sila during election mo. Kung tandugon nila, diba kuanon sila? Sokton to, sang ginbulig man sila nagdigat. Budlay kung mayara ka sang kabalaslan, no? Kaya daw tamad ka magtandog. Daw wala lang sa imo ani mo ang kwarta sang pumuluyo, kwarta sang publiko nga nagabayad sang tax, nga dira nagakadto ang ilang nga ginbayad. Daw so wala lang sa inyo yan, no? Pawala lang mo. Ngay mo sa pang bakulon ikog pagi, ha? Why kamo huya sa mga pumuluyo nga nagbaka-baka, nagantos, nagabaligya, balot, nagabayad tax. Mga ambulant vendor nagabayad tax. Kamuya, ginggad na char nyo lang na. Mga pumuluyo, suktan nyo na sila. Mga congressmen naton sa City and Province of Iloilo, ti ano action nyo da? So wala lang ka mo? Mga pumuluyo, nakaibalo sina, hindi mo padala sa lagting la sa kwartabla kung tiyon sa eleksyon para magkaladudla na. Budlay kay pagkita nyo pilak, ha? Gakambyo da son spirito nyo. Sa tanan-tanan natong mga listeners kag mga viewers nga shout out, text dire, thank you so much. Sa mga utility sa Balyaca Transit Incorporated, Windeda, si Cute, sino pa nada, mga nagapalamati ng mga security guards, vendors, supporters sa taga Balyaca Transit Incorporated, mayong gabi sa mga service crew. Salamat gid. Kay Ariel, kay Nong Jose Diaz da sa Nueva Ecija, kag sa pamilya ya. Sa pamilya Cabison, mayong gabi sa inyong tanan. Kumusta na kamo? Sa pamilya Braza, mayong gabi. Pamilya Diaz, mayong gabi. Sa pamilya Yanson, Novera, Siderio, Plaga, Akalataro, Gombo, kag pamilya Igharas, mayong gabi. Sa iban pa nga pamilya mayong gabi. Sa pamilya Gamart, sa Ganancial, Galvez, Galve. No, sa pamilya Ganhe. No, sa tanan-tanan sa inyo da. Mayong gabi sa tanan. Sa taga Bolivar, sa pamilya Gordobi, mayong gabi man. Diri lang kita kotab sa atong pagpangalagad. Salamat sa inyong pagupod. Kita nay naman kita, boss. Halong-halong kita, monitoron ta ni si super typhoon na Mawar. Kaway pa sa kasulod sa Pinas nga magkuhanan ni sa bunyagan sa kay Bite. Bite. Gabite agi. Apo nang ito to budget kay Nona MJ aton technical partners ni nyo alaga Johnny Yanson Diaz. Madamo nga salamat kag mayong gabi Pilipinas para sa Iloilo Newsline.